What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Game Day with Trey. This your host, Trey. Of course, that's my co-host and homeboy, Face.
What up, world?
And we're finna give you guys a quick preview, odds, and picks for the Alabama versus Texas A&M game we got upcoming this Saturday. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this real quick, man. Right now, Alabama giving up 2.5. The over/under set at 47. Last year, the score was 24-20 in Alabama. The line, it was Texas A&M getting 24. So they, of course, they covered, and the game went under the 48 that was projected. Situationally, which is the previous year, basically, the score was Alabama 38, Texas A&M 41, and that's in Texas A&M. Texas A&M was getting 18 and a half. Over under was set at 60 and a half, so of course it went over. I I mean, against the spread, these two teams right now, Alabama's 2-3, Texas A&M's 3-2. Uh, when they're playing each other, the last 5 times they played each other, man, it's really been 4-1 straight up for Alabama. So Alabama usually does come out the victor in this, regardless of how close the game is and regardless of the spread. This year, Alabama's 3-2 against the spread, while Texas A&M's 4-1 against the spread. Over under, they both 3-2, so that's 3 over, 2 under. Points per game, Alabama ranks 32nd in all of college football, averaging 32.2 points per game, whereas uh, they give up only 14.2 points per game. But then when you're looking at a team like Texas A&M, they average 38.6 points per game, which is 11th in all of college football, and they only give up 18.6. Now, neither one of these teams have really shown out like they were supposed to this season. My Texas A&M already lost to Miami. Alabama struggled with USF, lost to Texas at home. It's been tough sledding for both of these teams. Now, Texas A&M is trying to turn it around after this 34-22 win against Arkansas and the way they beat Auburn 27-10. Um, there's some things to look at, man. There's just some things to look at with this game. I believe Jalen Milroe now being the quarterback also for Alabama also helps. Gives them a little more continuity, but they really don't have any wide receivers, to be honest with you. And their running game is okay. It's not Alabama-ish. It's just okay right now, in my eyes. Texas A&M's got a full squad. Where you talk about their quarterback, uh, or you talking about that running back they got. It doesn't matter. They don't look like a loaded team, but they just look more complete. That's to me though. But Face, how you feel about this, man?
It's the line for me. It's
That
the
minus
line
two
for
and a
me.
half.
Yeah, so that makes me want to take uh, Texas A&M. You know what I mean? That the
Hmm.
line ain't a confident line. So
Yeah.
being that they play us so close, Alabama don't have the same talent they usually have either. This ain't the
Nah.
same Nick Saban team that's fully loaded and you got NFL style players playing for them. You don't really have that this year. So being Texas A&M already been on their trail, it's a big game for them on the calendar every year. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
I'm leaning toward Texas A&M. You know what I mean? I might, I put wrinkles in the game. I might buy
Yeah.
out 5 points so that at least give me a touchdown. But I like Texas A&M just based on the line. The line taking the lead toward Texas A&M.
And look, it's the line, and it's the way these two teams have played each other in the past, man. When you talk about Nick Saban and you talking about Jimbo Fisher, all right, you talking about two of the most outspoken and preeminent coaches in all of college football. You're talking about $100 million contract that Jimbo got at Texas A&M. You talking about them two talking trash to each other or about each other, basically, at the SEC conference meetings over the spring and all that stuff there. So at the end of the day, man, the line tells me what I'm supposed to do, and I'm gonna always follow the line. I like Texas A&M getting that 2.5. Okay, and like Face said, I'm gonna buy some points as well. I'm not gonna just play that 2.5. All right, I might bump it up to a touchdown. I might bump it up to 5.5 because I believe it's gonna be a close game. I'm not sure about the over under because, like I said, you're talking about the number 13th ranked defense with Alabama versus the number 26th defense, and it's only 5 point difference between the two. So that would make me lean more under, especially with what Alabama's been doing. I mean, they are 3 over, 2 under, but when you're talking about the way they struggled against USF and the fact that they really the only games that went over was the Texas game and the Middle Tennessee game, and then the game against Mississippi State last week, which Mississippi State's defense is just suspect, man. And then you're looking at what's been going on at Texas A&M. Heck, they ain't really played nobody either. So it might be Texas A&M in the over, which is something that you would actually play naturally as a better. But like I said, this is something that I would buy points on if I was going to mess with it. Uh, I'm calling it right now, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you Texas A&M in the over. Sorry to all Roll Tide fans. It is what it is. This is a rebuilding year, a reloading year right now. Best wide receiver they got at Alabama is a senior. Whenever you got the best wide receiver,
Man,
Alabama's
they
a wide
struggle with
receiver
South.
as a senior,
They struggle with
is a
USF.
problem.
Ain't nobody scared of Alabama this year. The hell with the Roll Tide. I'm just telling y'all, this ain't the year for y'all to be acting bad. You hear me? Just stay in the bag and hope y'all come out this month all right. Because Alabama ain't the most dominant team in college football like they used to be. So y'all gonna have to play each game and prove to the people that you gonna cover a spread. Because even when have y'all ever seen Alabama giving a person 2.5 points?
Exactly.
14 points, 10 points at the least. You know what I'm saying? So
Look at the last 2 years. Last 2 years, they gave Texas A&M 24 points last year. Okay, and Texas A&M, of course, covered because Alabama only won by 4. And then the previous year, in Texas A&M, they gave Texas A&M 18.5 points. All right, Texas A&M won. Like you're not talking about some flim flam coaching or some flim flam team when you're talking about Texas A&M versus Alabama. But this game day with Trey, man, we gave you the pick. See you at the window. We gonna holler at you.
click, subscribe,
Like. We gonna holler at you.
click,
Peace.
peace.